Today on WSRH Extra, we take a look at a local market that's working to go green.
Also, we meet a horse that's beating the odds and galloping back into the ring.
Plus, we head to a bar that's giving traditional bar sports the axe. WSRH Extra
starts now.
Welcome to this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Riley Sullivan.
And I'm Danielle Smith. Each week, the city of West Palm Beach hosts a green market in order for the community to get fresh produce and homemade products.
However, last month, the idea of green was revolutionized, instead choosing to offer more eco-friendly options. WSRH Extra reporter Emily Carbochi shows us how the West Palm Beach Green Market is going greener.
The West Palm Beach Green Market has kicked off its 25th season. As many establishments are becoming more eco-friendly, this green market has its own way of improving our environment.
I create these objects of art. Most of the wood here is local wood I collect in Florida, and everything is made in my shop at home. I'm pretty eco-friendly because this is all green product from the trees in our area here.
While this specific vendor uses his own eco-friendly methods, many food vendors are taking the initiative to remove plastic straws to improve our environment.
Yeah, I mean, they want you to use the right straw and, no styrofoam, that kind of thing. Stainless steel straw would be the best. They're hoping for no plastic. You could use a paper one if you wish.
The West Palm Beach Green Market has been a staple in helping both our economy and the world around us improve as a whole by making these changes. It not only focuses on the health of our biome, but the health of individuals as well.
We're all about health. Our tea, we have 130 blends. I blend them myself, and we're sure that they have herbs in them and everything that's good for you.
Since the day this green market opened, many people have been coming to experience something new, often leaving with great feedback. And each year, many more people come visit this green market with a positive outlook.
I would definitely recommend it for tourists who come for the weekend just to stop by. It's a great thing. Catch out the local vendors that are here. It's a fun thing to do with your dog or your babies.
While improving the city's economy and our overall health, the West Palm Beach Green Market has been a big hit for the last 25 years, and there's many more to come. For WSRH Extra, I'm Emily Carbochi.
Injuries for a show horse can lead to many things, including death. One horse here in West Palm Beach was sentenced to a life of never being able to walk again. However, Texas is ready to settle once again. WSRH Extra reporter Cassie Narkis introduces us to Texas the horse.
ATG Equestrian may seem like your ordinary barn and Loxahatchee, but what you may not know is that their mascot, Texas the horse, is a bit of a comeback kid.
Texas had his annual joint injections done. He ended up getting a hock infection, and he was on cell rest for over a year. He was at the clinic for over 2 weeks, and they didn't think he was ever going to be able to walk or ride again.
When it seemed like there weren't many options, Ashley did everything she could to keep Texas going.
So about 6 months of wrapping, antibiotics 6 times a day. Then we were able to hand walk and take him for grass.
Ashley's been letting him roam around the farm a lot, just throughout the day. He grazes and just kind of has fun all the time, and it's kind of built up strength for him.
The walking and the stretching really helped build him up again.
As Texas's hawk took a turn for the better, he's chomping at the bit to get back to work.
That I just noticed his hock was completely back to normal looking. The x-rays that we took looked very similar to what it was like before, and we just decided that he was ready to start doing something. He was getting a little bored. He was ready for the next Ashley.
I've been riding Texas for about 3 or 4 weeks now. He's doing pretty good. We were doing walk-trot work just to get his strength. He's really getting there, and he's doing pretty good.
Although his professional career came to an end with his infection, Texas will still be able to enjoy the show ring with a smaller companion in the saddle.
I don't think he'll get back to where he was, but I think he'll be a good starter horse for someone. A nice walk-trot horse to where they'll feel comfortable when they're beginning to show.
I would say the future won't be as high-level jumping that he used to do, but I definitely think he'll be able to do the walk-trot and canter and maybe some ground poles or small jumps.
Texas has made a miraculous recovery and will be able to help teach newer riders the rules of the ring, proving why you don't mess with Texas. For WSRH Extra, I'm Cassie Narkis.
Every teacher wants to not only teach their students, but to give them someone to look up to. WSRH Extra reporter Ashley Pellicone shows us the signs of a role model.
Okay. Move out in.
Many teachers are an inspiration to students. However, it takes a truly exceptional teacher to make a difference in students' lives. One of these teachers is Miss Adams, the American Sign Language teacher at Seminole Ridge High.
When I became a teacher, I felt like my students became my role model. They showed the respect and they showed the motivation. They showed me that we all can do what we want to do, what we can achieve in life.
One student, Lauren Plancarte, says that she looks up to Miss Adams and is motivated by her dedication to her students.
Miss Adams is a huge role model because it doesn't matter what life throws at her. She continues to never just give up and keeps fighting. She's just really inspiring.
While she may be an inspiration for others, Miss Adams has her own hardships that she is still working to conquer.
Because I grew up in a human world, I never really grew up in a deaf world. And sometimes I feel so isolated. I don't belong in the deaf world because I speak. I don't belong in the human world because I can't hear. So where do I belong? I like to feel that connection with people, human and deaf, but a lot of times I feel isolated. That's something I'm trying to overcome.
Students like Lauren understand what Miss Adams has endured in her life. By seeing the world from a different perspective, she finds inspiration, both in the classroom and throughout her everyday life.
Having a deaf teacher has allowed me to become more exposed to the deaf community. She's made me realize what it's like to see through someone else's eyes, and hearing her story makes me want to hear what other people go through.
For many students, Miss Adams' drive and determination is what influences them to step out of their comfort zone and become someone who will someday be a role model for others.
If I, as a deaf person, can do all these things, you can. If I can take Spanish, don't let anything stop you from doing what you want to do just because you feel like other people that you can't do it. Yes, you can.
Miss Adams continues to be a huge role model for many here at Seminole Ridge, both in the deaf and hearing community. For WSRH Extra, I'm Ashley Pellicone.
Coming up on WSRH Extra, we see what's going on in sports.
Plus, this week's Edit to the Beat.
Coming up in WSRH Sports, we meet an athlete who was given a second chance.
Plus, we take a deep dive in how one of our divers is doing this season. For those stories and more, we go to WSRH Extra sports anchor, Aliana Augusto.
Hey, Ali.
Thanks, guys. Injuries are something that most athletes go through at least once in their lifetime. However, some injuries are so severe, they can bench a player permanently. One player, Marley Marquez, was determined to tackle her career-ending injury. WSRH sports reporter Grace Chopra shows us how Marley caught her second wind.
There's something about sports that keeps people coming back again and again, even after injury. Marley Marquez and her team were gearing up for a postseason run when one cut changed everything.
It was our last game of the regular season, and on our game-winning drive with 2 minutes left, I pump faked the rusher, rolled out to my right, and when I planted on my right foot to cut back inside, my foot rolled on my ankle, and my ankle turned over, and then my weight went with my knee, and I heard 3 pops, and I fell to the ground.
No one was more distraught to see Marley's injury than her family, but they are excited to see her prepare to get back into action.
Yeah, it definitely affected us. That was the first injury of the family. You know, knock on wood, doesn't happen again. But it was hard on all of us. It was heartbreaking to see her kind of have to go through that, but, you know, we're confident she'll be able to get back at it.
Recovering from an ACL tear is no easy task, but the young quarterback is putting in work on the road to recovery.
It's been tough, but I mean, I'm back to running, heavy weightlifting, really just getting back into it, and then in a couple months here, I should be able to play again, hopefully in March, April.
No one wants to see one of their teammates injured, but those who have played with Marley before know that she will push herself to overcome this setback.
Breaks my heart to hear that Marley got injured in that sort of way, but I know she's such an amazing player that she'll make it through.
An ACL tear not only affects someone physically, being unable to play can cause some people to give up on their sport entirely. Instead, Marley uses her rehab as motivation to catch her second win and get back on the field.
Every time I'm in physical therapy, like whenever I'm like pushing a weight or like running, I just like put it up on the wall, like picturing myself playing again.
Marley's recovery pushes her to not only get back on the field, but to be even better than she was before. For WSRH Extra, I'm Grace Trowbridge.
Darts and pool are usually something you'd think of if someone mentioned bar sports. However, one bar in West Palm is chopping up that traditional idea. WSRH sports reporter Shelby Garamone takes us to the game of axes.
South Florida has many different attractions. One staple many people do not expect is the wide range of unusual places to get together. Game of Axes, located in Boynton Beach, gives the opportunity to engage in a family-friendly atmosphere while learning how to throw axes.
Throwing is pretty interesting. You know, it's different. You don't really see it too much. I mean, you see different kind of bar sports like pool or darts, but not so much axe throwing. So it's new, it's fun, it's interesting, so I enjoy it.
The business itself is that it is family owned, so it is a small business that we are growing. So with that, it's a lot of fun. The people are great. The axe throwing business itself is something that's exciting. So even if I don't continue to work here in the future, my resume is going to say Axe Master. And that already makes me more intriguing to people because they're like, Axe Master? And I go, yeah, let me explain it to you, why I'm better than the other candidates.
Joey shows us how to master all the skills of throwing an axe, but neglected to warn us that it would take a couple tries to get the hang of it.
Anybody, I think above 12, it's a fun thing to do, especially on a day where there's not much going on. Challenge yourself and have fun. It's a lot of fun, easier than it looks.
We wanted to see if the customers that engage in the fun really think they are a professional axe thrower.
Absolutely not.
Definitely think I'm a professional axe thrower.
Definitely not, but I think I'm all right.
This attraction really throws an excellent twist into a night out with friends. For WSRH Extra, I'm Shelby Garamone.
Normally, divers stop at the end of the normal swim season, but for some, they qualify for districts and even regionals. Others go on to compete at the state level. WSRH sports reporter Alyssa Schwab shows us how one diver has been making a splash this season.
Hawk here at the Ridge qualified for states his first year diving. Bryson's interest in diving didn't start at a young age, but as late as last year.
When we got Bryson last year, he said, I'm a baseball player. And I said, well, we'll see if we can fix that.
Bryson's involvement in diving was pushed because he was always flipping around.
I've always been kind of flipping, and my sister did gymnastics, so.
And when he discovered diving, he realized how passionate he was about it, and now he's a diver, and his potential is incredible.
Not only has his teammates noticed how far he has come since last year, they have also noticed his positive attitude and what he brings to the team.
I think Bryson's come pretty far, considering last year's his first year. He's already 14th in the nation. You know, he's had such a big stretch of like improvement, and watching him practice every day and get better, like really like shows like he's putting an effort, like he's trying, and he's done very well.
But he's definitely a team player. He's very involved in the team. He's there for our regular meets. He swims in them as well. But once we get to the district and regional and state, he'll just be diving. But he's definitely a positive influence. He's friends with all the kids. Everybody supports everyone. It's great.
When he's competing, we all get in the pool, wait for him, and when he does his dive, we all wait until he pops out of the water and we all cheer for him. All the schools do. You know, it's a lot of sportsmanship. We love watching him because he's just so good, and like he's great at what he does.
He's a great diver, and we're going to see how much better he's improved when we hit district on Tuesday.
We are excited to see Bryson's potential and what he is capable of for this year and many years to come. For WSRH Extra, I'm Melissa Schwab.
We wish Bryson the best of luck as he heads down the road to regionals. Well, that's it for WSRH Sports. I'm Aliana Augusto.
Thanks, Allie. Well, that's it for this episode of WSRH Extra. If you have any story ideas, please tweet us at Seminole Ridge TV. I'm Riley Sullivan.
And I'm Danielle Smith. We leave you with this week's Edit to the Beat by Ashley Pelicone.